Welcome to the Daughter Arise channel. My name is Yvonne and this channel is all about bringing you content surrounding childhood sexual abuse. I am myself somebody that society considers to be a survivor. That's basically someone that survived a traumatic experience that's living to tell the tale. I see myself as somebody that is more than a survivor. I see myself as somebody who's thrived in spite of my experiences, that is living life on my terms, and it's because of this that I'm able to share with you so freely on this channel my experiences of going through childhood sexual abuse, things I found hard, difficult, things that encouraged me, in hopes that you will feel encouraged too. Maybe you are somebody who has family members that have gone through this, and I do share information on this channel to share awareness. I do news stories, interviews, and I try and give voice to the survivor's experience wherever I can. So if this is the type of content that you are after, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified of any uploads, and don't forget to hit the like button. So in today's video, I just want to talk to you about something that I have noticed. I don't know if you've noticed it, but it's no longer news. What am I talking about? Childhood sexual abuse, of course. I don't know if any of you have noticed in the media that there's been no stories, nothing to do with childhood sexual abuse for a very, very long time. As a matter of fact, when I do news stories on this channel, literally I have to Google and find these stories because they're not really in the press or in the media eye. And I was just thinking about why that is. It's not like childhood sexual abuse has gone away. As a matter of fact, it has been described in this country and many other countries as at epidemic levels, but yet there is no coverage of this. The only time we really ever see coverage usually is when a celebrity has been accused of it, or somebody in high authority has been accused of it, or they're on trial or being convicted of it. And when that happens, usually then you have general other stories, not a lot, but maybe the odd one or two of people that have gone through sexual abuse and the perpetrator in their case has been convicted. I know this is 2020 and a lot of people are interested in just being entertained and interested in news to do with whose relationship with who and gossip and everything else. But there are children out here who are actually suffering. It is sad that the news and the government are not highlighting this particular subject enough. We have the NSPCC over here in the UK, which does the no underwear rule. Now, this is taught to kids, I think, in some schools, but generally, I haven't seen one billboard, one poster, any type of TV advertisements, YouTube ads around this NSPCC underwear rule, and that to me is a real problem. One of the things I mentioned in my book Choose Life is that I believe one of the ways to keep sexual abuse of children in the awareness of the public is to have continuous ads and programs and different information so that the public can see that this is something that is of serious concern to the government and to this country. But yet again, we're not seeing that, and it's sad because children are being trafficked, children are being raped and molested. We have children who are being ritually sacrificed in sexual abuse rituals, and these are actually real things. Ritual sexual abuse is a real act. I have dealt with survivors that have gone through this traumatic and terrifying experience, and because it's been outside of something that I can personally help them with, I've had to refer them onto organisations to get that help. And by the way, those organisations are probably one or two that deal with ritual sexual abuse. We have children who are being used in what they term as child pornography. I hate the term child pornography because it gives the impression that this is something that the child has a hand in. Children can never be at fault for the adult in their own abuse. And we mustn't forget intrafamilial sexual abuse. It has been shown in many different reports, especially in reports over here that the Children's Commissioner has done. I think it's dated 2016, Protecting Children from Harm, and other reports that have stated intrafamilial sexual abuse is underreported. They still, up to today, have not been able to get their head around how they can reach children in families where sexual abuse is going on by people within their family unit. There are so many things that is going on with child sexual abuse, and it's disheartening to see that it's still not big news in 2020. I have my reasons to why I believe this is. And they might not be popular reasons, but this is what I believe. I believe that there are people in certain high places, high authority positions, that are carrying out child sexual abuse, or they are complicit in covering up child sexual abuse, or they're enabling child sexual abuse. We only have to look at high profile cases over here that included MPs like Cyril Smith and other high profile people that were accused of it, like Jimmy Savile a couple of years ago, or even a year ago, to Pizzagate over in America. And we also have high profile investigations conducted by Interpol and CEOP, which found that high profile people with influence, power and position, were committing child sexual abuse and trafficking children for the purpose of sex to the highest bidder. These things are going on. Child sex trafficking rings are big business, billion-dollar industries, and I'm going to be doing a video on that. But I do believe people in certain high-power positions have an influence on what is reported in the media and what comes out. God says that there is wickedness in high places, that, the fight against sexual abuse is against principalities and powers. People in powerful positions, people who have power to show what's on the news, people like this are involved in why this is no longer news. I am in no way being naive in thinking that all of a sudden child sexual abuse will be eradicated. I don't think, as long as there's people, as long as there is sin, as long as people have free will for decisions to do right and wrong, I honestly don't think that it will ever be eradicated. But one of the major tools I do believe that will help people to be aware of sexual abuse is to have a powerful collective platform that addresses all of these things. I really do believe the government could put together a collective platform of people who specialise in this subject of sexual abuse. And I'm not talking about the independent inquiry into child sexual abuse. I think their remit of work only goes so far. But as I mentioned in my book, one of the reasons why I believe that won't happen is because everything costs money. And that is what really it boils down to at the end of the day with governments, is that things cost money. Even, for example, even though I'm trying to do something in my little corner of the world, trying to empower people and help people who have had this experience, I believe it would be even more powerful if there was a collective of us working together to address this issue. Because I really do honestly believe that, the government really does need, over here in the UK, to be a central part of addressing people and helping people to understand that child sexual abuse is wrong, and, relaying to people the consequences and the after effects of it. Maybe I'm wishing for too much, but there are times where I do feel discouraged. Even though I feel discouraged at times, what keeps me going is the encouragement I get from people who've had similar experiences to me. Sometimes people watch my videos and they email me and they say to me something that they struggle to understand for many years. They watched a video of mine and they were able to get it. Or when the ladies come to support group and say that, the session really helped them. As I mentioned, I run a support group which just turned 6 years old. It's comments like that that help me to keep on going, because even if I can make a difference in one person's life, that is still valuable to God. That is still valuable to me, because I know then that my experiences have not been in vain. Maybe now with the Jeffrey Epstein case that's come up, and the whole Ghislaine Maxwell trial that is also coming up as well, maybe this again will spark a new media wave in this topic, because obviously a majority of Jeffrey Epstein's victims were underage. So who knows what will happen there? God is very clear. Everything that is in the dark will be exposed. There's nothing that is happening in the dark when it comes to child sexual abuse that God is not going to shine a light on. And I'm really honoured to be one of the people that God is using in this position to highlight and raise awareness of childhood sexual abuse. So that's really it for my little video today. It was just a general observation that I noticed that child sexual abuse is not in the news. I will still continue to use this platform to raise awareness, to bring you those news stories. Please support this channel by sharing the videos, sharing the news stories. If you know anybody that's gone through it, please share my videos with them as well. And I will see you on the next video. Take care.